Listen, something strange has been happening to you right now, hasn't it? You keep getting little glimpses of a life that you're not even living yet. And somehow it already feels familiar. Let's go deeper, okay? You keep seeing yourself living differently, more freedom. You keep seeing yourself with more money. And that picture, it just keeps coming back into your mind. And then your future is starting to feel more familiar. You haven't even lived it yet, but you can almost feel yourself already there. And it doesn't feel completely imaginary anymore, does it? And then you're seeing yourself financially free. The bills, they aren't controlling you. The money is not constantly on your mind all the time. You can actually picture that version of yourself, financial freedom, right? And then you keep getting random pictures of your future. It just keeps entering your mind. You could be doing something normal, and then suddenly you just see a whole nother life, and you weren't even trying to visualize this, okay? And then you're starting to feel something before you even have it. I mean, the money, it's not even there yet. The circumstances, it hasn't even changed yet. But occasionally, the feeling, it just comes out of nowhere. It's already there, right? And then your dream is starting to become harder to ignore. Your big dream, okay? You could be trying to focus on other things. You could be trying to distract yourself, but it just keeps on returning. Something just keeps pulling you back towards that big dream, okay? And then when it comes to wealth, you're thinking about wealth differently right now. It doesn't seem as foreign anymore. The bigger possibilities, they don't scare you as much. You're like, why couldn't that be me, right? And then you're catching yourself mentally living somewhere else. You're catching yourself mentally living in different houses, in different environments, and you can almost see yourself walking around there. You can even be around a bunch of people talking to you. You're mentally living somewhere else, right? And then certain places, they're starting to pull your attention right now. It could be a city, it could be a neighborhood. Something about it feels strangely personal. It could be a convenience store. And the first thought, you're like, man, I'm gonna go play my lottery right there, right? And then you're looking at things right now you normally wouldn't even look at. You're looking at houses, you're looking at businesses, you're looking at opportunities right now. Your attention is going somewhere new, okay? Now, let's go a little bit deeper, okay? You're starting to talk about your future differently right now. You're saying less if, and you're saying more when. And sometimes you don't even notice this, okay? And I'm telling you, you're having a conversation with the future wealthy version of yourself when you say things like, man, when I win the lottery, when I have millions of dollars in my bank account, you're having a conversation with the future wealthy version of yourself, okay? And you're catching yourself saying things before you fully even think about them right now. It's like something, it just comes out naturally, and you hear yourself say it, and then you're like, where did that come from, right? And then certain ideas, they're just coming out of nowhere. There's no build-up, there's no searching for these ideas, and the whole thought, it just appears. And you're getting these ideas at strange times. You're getting these ideas while you're driving. You could be showering, you could be at the grocery store. And right when you're not thinking about it, bam, there's a multi-million-dollar idea, right? Now let's talk about a future, okay? One particular future, it just keeps showing up, okay? You imagine different possibilities, but this one future, it just keeps on returning. And this one future that you keep seeing, it just feels very, very different, right? And then you're starting to feel like you've outgrown a goal before you have even reached it, okay? You still want to succeed, you still want success, but the vision is getting much bigger right now. What you had wanted before, it's like it isn't enough anymore. You have outgrown that when this happens, okay? And then you're thinking beyond just having money in your life right now. You're thinking about time. You're thinking about freedom. You're seeing the actual life that the money would create, okay? You just want the freedom, okay? You want the financial freedom of not having to worry about the day-to-day things that's going on in this rat race, right? You just want the freedom. And then you're imagining what you would do after the money comes. Who are you going to help? How are you going to spend your precious time, right? Your mind is beyond receiving it, okay? You're living beyond that right now. And also you're seeing yourself taking care of people that you love, helping your family, removing the pressure off your family, right? And sometimes that picture hits you emotionally. Sometimes you might even think about helping somebody in your family and you get emotional about it and you start tearing up because you feel like you already did this, right? That's so personal. That's so great, right? And also, let's talk about your dreams, okay? Your dreams is starting to feel personal instead of impressive, okay? It's not about showing off, okay? It's about freedom. You know exactly why you want it. You thought I was talking about dreams. I'm talking about your big dream right now, okay? The dream of being financially free, all right? Now, here's where it gets a little bit strange. You're having moments that feel like deja vu right now, okay? Something normal happens and then suddenly it feels familiar. And for a second, it just makes you stop, okay? I'm not talking about the normal vibe, the normal deja vu. I'm talking about deja vu that feels so real to you that you feel like I'm about to live this. It's about to happen, okay? That kind of deja vu, all right? Now, also, you're seeing something and feeling like you have already seen this before. It could be like a room, it could be a location, but you can't remember where you have seen this, okay? A lot of the times you have already seen this in your future, okay? When you sleep, when you dream, a lot of the times you are meditating without even knowing it. You're astral traveling. You're going to different realms. You're going to different versions of yourself, different lives of yourself in parallel universes of different timelines that have the potential to collapse into this timeline, okay? Now, I don't want to get too far off this video, but I'm telling you, when you dream or when you go to sleep, a lot of the times you are living a different version of yourself in a different life, and you potentially have the ability to collapse that timeline, all right? Now, also, you're hearing things that connect with thoughts that you had just had, okay? It's like you think about something and all of a sudden somebody mentions it, okay? And the timing of it, it catches you off guard. You could be thinking about just changing a job and you'll go somewhere and someone will be like, just do it. Change is good. Or you could be thinking about changing something about yourself and you could go somewhere and you might even see someone with a Nike shirt on that says, just do it. And it hits you strange because it's the timing, okay? That's a synchronicity, all right? Now, certain conversations right now, they are hitting you differently, okay? Somebody says something that's simple and everybody else moves on, but you keep on thinking about it. That's because something about that conversation was a message that was specifically meant for you. All right. Now, right now, you're meeting people at interesting times also. It's like you need information and you meet the right person. And somebody, it's like they just say something that you need right now, or they give you something, or they connect you to somewhere that you need to be connected with, right? And the timing, it almost feels too clean. That is divine orchestration, divine timing, okay? Now, random situations, it's like they're giving you ideas right now, okay? Something happens and you notice something that other people don't notice. And then suddenly you see an opportunity in it. And there was a time where you wouldn't have seen this opportunity, but now the version of yourself that you have evolved to right now, you're seeing opportunities in things that other people don't see opportunities in, okay? And also right now, you're noticing possibilities that you used to ignore. Like I said before, okay, you're a different version of yourself. It's the same world, it's the same environment, but you're seeing it more right now. You're seeing it because it's like you have a different perspective, okay? You have a different pair of glasses that you put on, so you're seeing things differently right now, okay? And you're becoming more curious about how wealth actually works right now. You're being more curious about ownership, about business and things like that. Your questions are changing, okay? You're more curious about things like that, right? And then you're starting to look at money as a tool right now. More choices, more time, more control of how you live. And not only are you looking at money as a tool, you're looking at money as an energy. You're looking at money as a thing that you can align yourself with, right? Okay. And then you're seeing yourself as someone who can actually have more right now. Not somebody else, not somebody in another lifetime. You're seeing yourself right now in this present moment as a person that's already wealthy. These are the kind of things that you're seeing in your imagination right now. Okay. Now let's go a little bit deeper. Okay. Your dreams are showing you different versions of yourself, like I was saying before. Okay. Different surroundings, different circumstances, but you still know it's you in this dream. And somehow those dreams are very, very vivid. And those dreams, it's like they just stay in your imagination, right? And then some dreams are feeling extremely real to you. It's like you're completely inside of those dreams. You feel everything in that dream, and then you wake up back there. You wake up still feeling like you're in that dream. Sometimes you wake up not knowing where you're at. You still feel like you're in that dream, right? Okay. And then you're waking up with feelings that you can't even explain. You're waking up with excitement. You're waking up with familiarity. See, something from the dream, it just stays with you, right? And then you're seeing places in your dream that feel very, very familiar. You've never physically been there, but something feels recognizable in that dream. And that can mess with your head because it won't go away. You might see yourself at the lottery office cashing in that winning lottery ticket, and somehow you just can't let go of that visualization. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to continue to replay this in your mind over and over and over again, okay? And then you're remembering the feeling more than the dream itself, okay? The details disappear. The emotion of that dream, it doesn't disappear. And you carry it into the day. You might carry it into the week. You might carry it into next month. You might even still be thinking about or feeling an emotion that you had from a dream from years ago, okay? All right. Now, you're having thoughts right now about your future that feel very, very calm, okay? There's no desperation. There's no forcing. Just a strange sense of, I can see this. I know it's about to happen, right? And you're starting to feel less surprised by the idea of becoming very, very wealthy. It's like it used to sound enormous to you. Now you can mentally hold on to it. And that idea is becoming normal, right? See, people see I'm over here doing videos. There are just so many parks out here, but you know, they want to just come over to be nosy and things like that. So that's what you hear in the background, okay? Those are NPCs just trying to interrupt things, okay? Now let's get back to what's going on with you right now. You're catching yourself thinking in bigger numbers right now, bigger income, bigger opportunities. Your mind isn't rejecting them immediately anymore. You feel like it's very, very possible for you right now. And you're looking at success. You're looking at like successful people differently right now. You're saying things like they're lucky, less they're lucky, and more like, you know, I know that can happen for me right now, right? See, it's more of what do I have to do to become like that? You don't feel like it's impossible for you anymore, right? And then you're starting to recognize possibility in yourself right now. You're starting to recognize your ideas. You're starting to recognize your abilities. You're noticing things about yourself that you used to overlook, okay? Now let's go a little bit deeper in the last part of this video, right? You're starting to feel like your future self is already inside of you right now. The confidence, it just shows up sometimes. It's like that vision, it just shows up sometimes. You get little flashes of that future wealthy version of yourself right now. And then you're making small decisions that your older self wouldn't make, okay? Saying no, thinking longer terms right now, thinking in long terms. It's like something in your decision is making everything shift in your life right now, okay? And then you're preparing for things that you have that hasn't even happened yet. You're learning, you're planning right now. You're getting ready without fully realizing it. It's like the universe is preparing you right now, okay? And then you're feeling pulled towards, it's like you're feeling pulled to take yourself more seriously right now. That's what I'm trying to say. Your ideas, they matter more. Your time, it matters more, okay? Wasting your potential right now, it just bothers you a lot right now. And you're becoming more aware of what you're capable of right now. Something that you once dismissed, it's like right, you don't dismiss it anymore, okay? Something that you never pursued, you feel like pursuing it right now. And you're looking at yourself differently right now. You're just taking yourself more seriously right now, okay? And then you're starting to see multiple ways that could change your whole life right now. One opportunity isn't everything anymore. You're seeing different paths. You're seeing different patterns. Your future is opening up mentally right now, okay? And you're realizing that one decision could create a completely different life for you right now. One yes, one move, one choice can change what happens next in your life. You're starting to notice this right now. And your future, it's like it's affecting what you're doing right now. Now, I want you to think about that. Something that hasn't even happened yet is influencing your today's decisions. The person that you're becoming is already affecting the person that you are right now. You're starting to recognize a version of yourself that you haven't fully even become yet, okay? You see them, you can picture them, and you can sometimes feel them, can't you? And it's like they're starting to feel less like strangers. It's starting to feel like you're becoming them right now, right? And then you're getting glimpses of a life that you haven't even lived yet, okay? You don't even have all the details. You don't even know exactly how you're going to get there. But somehow, something about that life is starting to feel familiar right now. It feels like it's happening right now, right? That's because it is. You're getting glimpses of a life that is about to happen. That's why you can't get it off your mind. That's why it keeps popping into your imagination, because this is the timeline that you're collapsing. And just doing this, just picturing the future wealthy version of yourself right now, it's changing your decisions right now. Everything that you're doing right now is aligning to that life right now. All I got to say is don't stop. You're headed there. The synchronicities and the signs are showing you, are revealing, are confirming to you that you are headed in that direction. The signs and the synchronicities are just breadcrumbs. Keep following them. Keep becoming the wealthy version of yourself every single day, because that's the life that you're creating right now. Even if you can't see it right now, it's happening. All right. Now, thank you so much for tuning into Millionaire Mindset, where everything happens in divine time by divine design. But you are the divine design. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment on this video, and hype this video up. Until the next video, Millionaire Mindset signing off.